Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. I am a wife and a mother and a lover of all things makeup and skincare. So today we're going to be going over my project pan update. I believe this is my fourth update. If you do not know what a project pan is, it is kind of all based on what you want it to be, but it is basically a way to make sure that you get more use out of the products in your collection. So for me, I am doing a project pan where I'm trying to finish up all of the products that are in my project pan except for the eyeshadow palette that's in my project pan. That I just have a goal for it, which is to hit pan on half of the shades in the palette. I'm also doing a rolling project pan, so once I finish a product, I'm going to be adding in another product to replace it. I currently have 13 items in my project pan and I am working really hard to get those down. I really do want to get my collection down quite a bit, so using my products is definitely the way to do that. So yeah, if you would like to see all of the progress that I made in all of the items in my project pan, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so just like all of my previous project pan updates, I'm going to be showing you guys the items from least exciting to most exciting. I'm pretty excited about this update. There are some products that I really did not use very much, but there are also some that I'm very, very excited to show you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the least exciting, and it is always the least exciting item in my project pan updates, and that is the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. I only used this 4 times in the month of May, which is just sad. I, for some reason, never reach for this. I know it's because I don't like a dark waterline, and that is what I use these types of pencils for. So it has nothing to do with the pencil itself, but I feel like I'm never gonna finish this because I use it so infrequently. Alright, so next I have my Good Molecules Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer. I only used this 7 times in the month of May, and I feel like that's a decent amount because I had 4 different primers in my Shop My Stash that I was trying to use. So I mean, there's only so many days in the month, you know? So I feel like there's a decent progress. I do have like a line so you can see where I started and where I am now, and I will add another line as we go up. But this is an airless pump, so I like that it's a little bit easier to tell how much progress I made because it's going to be going up instead of like you having to like kind of shake it and hope that you get a good line, you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? But yeah, I feel like it's okay. It's not great progress, but I feel like next month I'm gonna make a lot better progress on it because I only have one other primer that I'm like trying to use, so I feel like probably half the times that I do my makeup I will use this primer. Okay, so next is my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium. I only used this 8 times in the month of May, and I definitely am seeing that I'm very, very close to finishing this, but I do think it's going to take me another month or so to finish it because I only reapply it like once throughout the day. So yeah, it's slowly chugging along. I know I will eventually finish this up, but I'm making very little progress on it, which stinks because this is a mini. Like, I should have finished this a long time ago, and I know that. So hopefully this next month I'll just use it a whole bunch of times and actually get it down quite a bit more. Next is my Colourpop Disney Designer Blush in the shade Floating Lights. I used this 9 times in the month of May, and I feel like I'm making a decent dip in it. I don't know if you guys can see in the close-ups, but there is a little bit of a dip in it. I know that I probably will not hit pan on this for a few more months, but that's okay because blush is a hard thing to finish up in general. Alright, next is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. I only used this 9 times in the month of May as well, but I did actually hit pan on the shade Fairy. It's just a tiny little pan on it. I actually just hit pan on it yesterday. But yeah, I definitely didn't use it as many times as I have been using it. I think I'm just getting a little bit burnt out by it because it is such a neutral palette and I do prefer colorful looks. So I'm just getting a little bit burnt out, but I know that I will definitely probably be done with this in the next month or two because I only have to hit pan on one more shadow to be done and move this out of my project pan. I actually was planning originally to declutter this once I finish hitting pan on 7 of the shades, but I do think I'm going to keep it around for a little bit longer. I want to try to keep it till the end of the year and just see if I can make more progress on it. It is an older palette in my collection, so I definitely need to use it before it goes bad. But yeah, as this project has progressed, I feel like bad about getting rid of it because I've made such good progress on it. So I will be moving it out of my project pan once I hit pan on one more shade, but I don't think I'm going to declutter it because I still want to use it a little bit longer. Alright, so next is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone. I used this 11 times in the month of May, and I feel like I am so close to finishing this highlighter up. I am so excited because there's just not that much product left in the pan, and I feel like in the next 2 or 3 months I definitely could finish this as long as I keep using it consistently, which I do think I will because it's a really nice highlighter. It's easy for me to reach for, so yeah. I'm very excited to see how much longer it's going to take until this little guy is finished. Okay, next is my e.l.f. Forever Sun-Kissed Bronzer. I used this 15 times in the month of May. This is a very hard-pressed bronzer, so I don't know that you're going to see a ton of progress on it when I show you guys the close-ups, but I'm still pretty proud of myself. I feel like 15 times is a really good amount. I'm using this very consistently. About half of the times that I put on my makeup, I'm using this bronzer. So I know that I probably won't finish it this year, but I'm hopeful that at least it'll be almost done by the end of the year. Okay, so next I have my Huda lip liner in the shade Muse. Guys, I used this 16 times in the month of May, and it is just so teeny tiny now. I think it'll be done in 2 months, and I think that would be so exciting. So I just need to keep using it as consistently as I have been, and I definitely think that it'll be finished because it is so tiny. Okay, so next I have this Edwin Barrow shadow in the shade Pebbles. I used this 20 times in the month of May. I use this almost every single time that I did like an eyeshadow look, and obviously I have not hit pan on it, but there is a very significant dip. I don't know how far down the pan is because this is a very large like compact, but I don't think that the pan goes all the way down into the compact or anything like that. So I feel like there's a decent chance that I could hit pan on this by the end of next month. We'll have to see. I just don't know how deep the pan is, but I feel like the dent is pretty significant. So I definitely think that I'm getting fairly close. If I don't hit pan by the end of next month, I think I'll at least see some like rings or something. So yeah, I'm excited to see the progress on that next month. Alright guys, so now on to the super exciting products. So I actually finished 4 products this past month. I'm so excited about that. So I wanted to show you guys what products I finished up and then what products I will be replacing them with. So first I have my Pixie Gloss in the shade Peony Bloom. I actually only used this 3 more times and was able to completely finish it up, which is so incredibly exciting. And I'm going to be replacing that with the Colourpop and Disney Designer gloss in the shade Boo. I only used this 5 times this month. I don't know, I just really wasn't reaching for gloss this month. I don't know what's going on with me. But yeah, I'm so excited to finally have this done. I've actually now finished 2 glosses this year, which is crazy. They're both minis, but still that means that basically I finished a full-size gloss, right? Right? I'm pretty excited about it, especially because this was a shade that was just a little bit too bright, so I didn't think I was going to reach for it as much as I have. But yeah, yay! I feel like this gloss though, I'm gonna struggle with getting through it because I feel like I didn't use it a ton before I put it in my project, and there's basically no progress on it. Like you can't see like anywhere. There's no way to tell how like much of it I've used, but I feel like I've used very little. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be in my project probably the rest of the year, but we'll see. We'll see if I can make better progress on it next month. Alright, so next I finished my Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Laguna Beach. I used this 6 times in the month of May and was able to completely finish it up. I'm so excited that this is done. Guys, this shade is just it's not for me. It is just way too bright of a pink, and that's not what I go for. I really do like more of a neutral lip, so I'm very glad to be done with this. I enjoyed the formula quite a lot. I just didn't really love the shade on me. But that's just a personal preference thing. And I'm replacing that with the Bare Minerals matte liquid lipstick in the shade Luxe. So this I actually only used 2 times in the month of May, and I actually have a similar problem to the Ofra where this color is just way too bright of a color. This formula is actually one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas, but this shade is just, it's not it. It's a little bit too pink. I'll swatch it so you guys can see, but it's just, it's a very pink shade. So yeah, it's not one that I normally would reach for, but I'm hoping that I will reach for it now that it is in my project pan. I'm going to try to at least use it like 10 times a month, but I feel like this is going to be my project for the rest of the year because I just can't see myself reaching for this shade a ton. Alright, so next I finished my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I used this 5 times in the month of May and was able to finish it. I'm sure you guys, like, it's hard to tell that it's actually finished, but I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed it, and like I couldn't get all of it out, but it's done. Like there's no more that I can get out, but I tried to even use one of those little tools that like you can scrub out all the product, and this was the best that I could do. So yeah, I'm really excited to be done with this. I don't think that I'm ever planning on repurchasing this just because it was a little bit too heavy for me on my under eyes, and I am replacing that with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I used this 18 times. I feel like this is an okay concealer. It's pretty good, but it is not my absolute favorite. My favorite is still the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer, which I don't have in my collection right now because I really want to get my concealers down to only 2. Once I get down to 2 concealers, I am planning on picking up the Colourpop one, which right now I have 4. Did I say that already? I don't know. I have 4 concealers in my collection right now. So I just need to finish up 2 more, and then I'll be able to finally have my favorite concealer back in my collection. But yeah, I do like this. It's fine. I will use it every single day that I do my makeup pretty much until it's done. But yeah, it's just not an absolute favorite. All right, so the last and most exciting / saddest product that I finished up in the month of May was my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I know it looks like I still have some product still left in there. I will show you guys like a shot of, like, I put it up to the sky so that you could completely see through it, and there's basically nothing left in there. I didn't want to just cut it open just for like one more use because that's basically all that's left in there, because of the way that like the pump is. I just didn't want to have to cut it off just for that one use. I thought that'd be silly. But yes, I used this 11 times in the month of May and was able to finish it up. Now the reason that I'm a little bit sad about finishing this tinted moisturizer up is because it is my favorite light coverage foundation in my collection. I just absolutely love it, and I am not planning on purchasing any more foundations until I get down to just 3 in my collection. I currently have 7, so that means that I need to use 4 more at least before I can even add this back into my collection. So yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get to put this on my face again, but I'm still really excited to have finished another foundation. I am replacing this tinted moisturizer with the Beauty Bakery Instabake Aqua Glass Foundation. This is actually my favorite, like, more full coverage foundation, and I'm excited to put this in my project pan because I know I'm pretty much going to use it almost daily, but I'm also really sad about it because that means that I'm going to finish it sooner, and that means that it'll be out of my collection sooner, and again, I'm not purchasing another foundation until I have 3 in my collection. So, a little bit sad about that. I actually used this 11 times in the month of May, and I have made huge progress on it in just those 11 times. You can see that line. It's already like a huge dip. So I almost feel like if I don't finish it by the end of June, I will definitely have it done by the end of July. So I'm only gonna have this in my project for probably 2 months, but that's okay. I'm still excited to use it some more. This is just, it's an incredible foundation. So good. All right, guys, so that is pretty much everything. I'm so excited. Finishing 4 products in a single month is so great. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. Somebody decided to mow their lawn. It is 6:45 at night, and somebody decided that this was the time to mow their lawn. So there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately, and I didn't want to wait any longer to film because this video is going up on Wednesday and it is Tuesday. Because I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. If you guys didn't know, we're in the process of moving, so we actually aren't moving into the house until October, but we're like decluttering and packing up stuff that we're not going to need for the next 5 months and just getting the house ready to be put on the market. And yeah, so I haven't had a lot of free time to record or anything like that, which is why my videos are a little bit more sparse than they normally are. I normally film 2 videos a week, but recently I've only been uploading about 1 video a week, and I really want to get back to 2 videos a week because I really enjoy recording and talking to you guys and all of that. So hopefully I can get back in the swing of things and kind of like readjust my life, you know what I mean? Readjust to this new state of being where I'm decluttering and organizing, packing, and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, so that's why I have been a little bit more absent than I usually am. It's just balancing everything it's a lot of work. Anyway, make sure to comment down below. Let me know, how many products did you finish up this month? Are you doing a project pan, and are you planning on doing one? Also, let me know if you have any questions about project panning. I can definitely answer those for you. I am not the expert on doing project pans, but I will try my best to answer any questions that you have. Make sure to like this video before you go and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Bye guys.